In the ears, all natural ring relief helps. Our customers tell the story.
Peter C. says, "This is the first thank you I have ever written to a company. Your ring relief product has greatly reduced my tinnitus. Thank you for the good night's sleep."
James H. wrote, "This is the first time I've been free of ear ringing in over a year."
These are unsolicited testimonials from our customers. No gimmicks. If you suffer from tinnitus, join the thousands who found relief with all natural ring relief.
Ring relief is available at Kroger, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and Walmart. Or go to ringrelief.com for ring relief eardrops.
There are no guarantees in love, but there is a guarantee from EH Plus by eHarmony, our new personal matchmaking service. At EH Plus, your own personal matchmaker gets to know you so well, we can guarantee introductions that will be satisfying and exciting. EH Plus goes far beyond regular online dating sites, and that's a guarantee. Visit us at ehplus.com/love or call 1-855-930-LOVE.
Slam the door on FeePay. Forget everything you know about selling online because I'm here to tell you about a new and revolutionary way to buy and sell on the internet. BuySellMakeOffer.com is here to shake up the web. Tired of paying those outrageous fees? You'll never pay a fee with BuySellMakeOffer.com. For a monthly membership package starting at only $7.95, you can list and sell up to 50 items. That would cost you nearly $100 with the other guys. Go right now to BuySellMakeOffer.com and sign up today.
Good afternoon. It's 4:02. I'm Di Rice with the latest in live local news here on KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. A motorist died after a motorcycle and a vehicle collided on Highway 74 in Hemet, closing the roadway's eastbound lanes for a couple hours last night. The crash was reported at 7:06 at Highway 74 and Stanford Street. Meantime, in Palm Springs, a 58-year-old has been identified in a weekend crash that resulted in the fatality of Homayan Moven of Palm Springs. Moven was driving north in a 2013 Toyota Prius when he was T-boned by an eastbound 2006 Mazda pickup driven by a 21-year-old Indio resident, Erwin Monteroso. Monteroso and his passenger suffered from moderate injuries. Monteroso has since been booked for drunken driving resulting in injury, violation of probation, and committing a felony while on probation. And a 12-year-old Inland Empire girl who suffers from neurofibromatosis was granted a wish this morning. Abigail Snipes, who was born with a genetic disorder affecting her nerves, had the opportunity to fly around the IE in a helicopter. Snipes was born with a tumor on her tongue, but over the years the tumor has grown, encompassing the entire left side of her neck and upper chest. It also wrapped around her heart and her blood vessels. Doctors at UCLA have said there is nothing they can do. The tumor is too large and the removal would be too dangerous. Members of the Sheriff's Aviation Division, along with members of the Debbie Chisholm Memorial Foundation, gathered in San Bernardino to grant the young girl's wish today. Inland Empire weather, looking at some variable clouds and breezy conditions tomorrow afternoon with a high near 85. Still it'll be a little bit warmer than it was today. High today about 82. Overnight low tonight 59. Currently it is, 82. And checking out your drive through San Bernardino, the mountain areas, the 18 is still closed east and westbound, but that will be opening up in about a half hour. It's closed from Snow Valley to Big Bear Dam, and that's due to Caltrans. The alternate route then is Highway 38. And other than that, you're looking pretty good. A little stop and go on the 15 southbound through Ontario between the 10 and Harupa, and then the north is slow in pockets from the 10 or from the 60 to 4th Street. That's very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. This report has been brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Each day, more than 1.6 million Americans suffer with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. Support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America to help and to find cures at ccfa.org.
Give yourself the investment of a lifetime. Enjoy this holiday season in a luxury estate home at Charleston Estates, the only new home neighborhood in prestigious South Redlands and smartly priced from the mid-800,000s. Charleston Estates features gourmet kitchens and California rooms that make holiday entertaining even more memorable. Homes reach 4,463 square feet with up to 5 bedrooms. Ask about our discounted HOA dues and move-in incentives, too. Visit MaliaHomes.com for details. That's MaliaHomes.com. If you're a business owner, retiree, or you are about to retire, then you can't afford to miss an episode of Safe Money Talk with Rick Lewag. Safe Money Talk is the show that bypasses the hype and hysteria and gives you the straight talk about threats to your life savings and how to build your fortress against threats such as higher taxes, inflation, and healthcare costs. Every Tuesday night from 6 to 7, author and financial expert Rick Lewag will discuss the issues that have the potential to impact your retirement and business income. Starting at 6 p.m. only on KCAA.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
This is the YouTube radio show,
Guess who used to be a fat kid? This guy!
the official radio show that features superstars of YouTube.
Those breasts are amazing.
Take something that you can fix your lips into and just suck on it as hard as you can.
I want to make you goddamn cookies, but I don't want to make them right now!
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Now, here's your host, the Poorman.
Well, what can you say? I quit 2 days ago and I unquit again. How many times have I quit this show and then come back? I don't even know. I hear they're even taking wagers, like when I quit, when I'll return. It's just lucky that there's an owner of this radio station here at Kcaa that pretty much knows the way I roll and accepts it, which is probably the only station in the world that does. And Fred Lundgren, on Friday, I really did quit. I mean, it wasn't a stunt or anything. I just got so frustrated because you know, just like with any job, I mean, I don't know how many of you out there who work, or even if you're going to school, you just want to quit sometimes. And so luckily, Fred said on Sunday when I called him up, and I said, hey, Fred, he goes, Jim, you did it again. And I said, well, I've reconsidered, Fred, unless the ship has already sailed. And he goes, no, Jim, I kind of figured you'd be calling me and wanting to come back, so the ship has not sailed. And the ship could have sailed. So I decided to come back on. Radio's in my blood. Frustration's in my blood. I'm human. And I apologize for whatever conflict I created everybody, including Di, who's in the studio, my producer, Pat Matthews, who also quit the same day, and he's back. And then Michael Brown, my sponsor, who's always encouraged me to stay on the air no matter what. My parents, Fred Plimley, a guy who has a Sunday night show, the one guy who called me and says, you know, Jim, I don't have any vested interest in what you do, but, you know, you need to stay on the air and you need to, you know, to work hard and hang in there. I've been at the station for 10 years and I worked really hard, and I had the U.S. Army as my sponsor. And so Fred was great. In fact, Fred, if you really want me to stay, why don't you hook me up with some of those Army bucks? I'm sure they got enough to probably sponsor every show at this station. But anyway, so I'm back. Today we got a really power-packed show here on the YouTube radio show. My first guest, I believe, is actually with us right now. It's Mike, or is it Mark from America 2.0? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you? It's Mark.
Mark, well, pleasure to have you on. I saw your video about coming on this is your first radio interview, right?
Yes, for America 2.0, yes.
Fantastic. Well, you know what? It's pretty painless when you're on with me because the biggest thing you have to worry about is that I might quit the show right in the middle of your interview.
Hey, I know the trouble, man. Trust me. I was about 16. I had a heart surgery. I had to rebound from that. Less than you-know-what ever since. So
Wow.
Hang in there. That's all I got to say.
You had heart surgery
at 5 stories we can go over another day.
You had I want to ask you about that. You had heart surgery at age 16?
Yeah, about that.
What happened? I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Say that again.
They had to go in to repair a valve.
Good God! At age 16.
Yeah, that took about 8 years to rebound, and my cardio still hasn't come back to where it used to be.
How did you know you needed heart surgery?
My cardiologist came in. I scheduled my summer routine for my echogram and everything, and they said, Mark, man, we got some bad news. The reason you've had the numbness in your hands and your feet and everything is because the hole in your valve got bigger, and we can let it go, and it'll probably fix itself, or we can go in this summer real quick, get it fixed. And unfortunately, that's what I chose to do, and it took a long recovery.
How old are you now?
30.
God, that's a tough one.
I got hundreds of stories like that.
Good for you. Now, America 2.0, I was looking at some of the things that you talk about on YouTube. It's America, and then it's 2 and the decimal point O. You're I would say, would you call yourself a conspiracy theorist or more sort of like a conspiracy reporter? Or what would you call yourself?
Well, what I try to do is I try to go back to my basics when I was younger and report on all the things that interest me. And what it ends up being is just all the reports that nobody else wants to put out. And sometimes you get a couple of bad ones that make a lot of good hits. I think my top 2 right now are pretty out there as far as what I'm generally like. But on the other hand, they're making me a lot of views, so I'm not complaining. But I would put it at either news and politics or something similar to that. But yeah, I dabble in the conspiracy stuff. I've had family members that have been, that have gotten into some good engineering fields and did some work in Nevada and stuff like that when I was little working. We used to go to Arizona and stuff, and they used to take a plane to Nevada. So, and they used to work in some of those like Lockheed Martin bases where some of that secret stuff is supposed to take place. So I dabble a little bit, but I try to stay pretty mainstream as much as I can.
What are the 2 stories that have gotten the biggest reaction you just mentioned?
The 2 biggest stories right now would have to be tunnels under Walmart, which I put up not even understanding the subject at the moment that I put it up, and that was like one of my first or second stories. And the second one, I really don't know. I really don't remember what it is at the moment. But I know my one on China coming through the Suez Canal is actually picking up pretty good, and that should be my 3rd or 4th place, and should be showing up on YouTube in that spot in probably better part of a week or 2. So my regular stories are starting to catch up a little.
Okay, so are there really tunnels under Walmarts?
I have no idea.
Well, you did a video on it, and
yeah, this is my basic understanding.
It's got. Okay. Sorry to interrupt you. I was just going to say it's like a 37-minute video or something like that, and it's got several 100,000 views, right?
Yeah.
I'm only going to interrupt you one more time just to lay the facts down. And there are pictures of the tunnels in your video. So, go ahead.
All right. There are pictures of tunnels. cannot confirm because I don't have the research money that, say it is of that. But it is tunnels that, you go online, you type up your thumbnail, what you want to put in there, and, it shows you things that other people like W7 and others have put up already. I have talked with guys at Walmart about, like, their money systems. I think I mentioned that, and how they were doing weird stuff. As far as I know, what I understand is the big companies that we see, Google, Walmart, all those are basically privatized by the government through some firm or another, and those are all big companies, and they're all basically owned and operated by the same people, and basically their goods go through one way or another. Those tunnels, if they do exist, everybody says they're basically for storage at the moment.
What do they store?
From what I know, anything that they want. I know it doesn't leave much room for you and me, but I have, I've grown up in an engineering family. I've seen tunnels. I've seen the mines in Michigan. You go down into, like, Detroit area, and you can get, like, the tours of the tunnels in Detroit.
Well, I mean, are these
football fields?
Are these survival tunnels, or are they tunnels where they have, like, the extra goods that Walmart has, or are they tunnels?
I think if I had to say it, I think it would be provisions for either worst case scenarios or just extra storage space. But I don't see it actually all being linked. I just think that's too big for right now.
Well, what were you saying?
That also goes into the Nestle story.
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about the Nestle story. But real quickly with Walmart, what was the other thing that you think is happening with Walmart? Like, wasn't there some other story about Walmart recently? I can't even remember. But you tell me what you think is disturbing going on at Walmart.
I know when I was talking with a manager there, they said their money systems had been going. I have a really bad short-term memory since I haven't really reviewed this part of the video. But at the same time that all that stuff was going on about the Walmarts being closed and everything, their money systems, like for their EBT, for their cash and carry, and their money orders and everything else, all those systems were basically down or coming down for some reason, and they were told just be quiet. We don't know what's going on, and that's it.
What do you think's going on?
Well, from what I understand, and this comes in to perspective of the computer systems, is that sooner or later, things like Bitcoin and stuff are going to be like the main currencies. And right now, I think Bitcoin is kind of like a starter project that everybody's just kind of watching. And basically, at some point, all the currency systems and everything are going to just all be electronic. And I got a buddy of mine who works for the United Kingdom bank who has command authority to build like $2-3 billion projects. And he tells me that kind of big money doesn't even exist in the world. He says he's trying to get it all in one place for like a show for a high school to say, look what I can use and you can make this kind of money too. And none of his bigwig friends will even put it all in one place.
Okay, we're talking to America 2.0. This is Mark. It's America 2.0 on YouTube. And he's talking about things that are going on in Walmart. As I understand it, also maybe we might have a meteor flyby on Halloween. We'll come right back and we'll talk to Mark about that, about what the Nestle company is doing. They're maybe responsible for the drought in California. As we continue here on the YouTube radio show. And later on, we have rapper Pac Millie, who just did a song called Duffel Bags with Lil Wayne, and that's all coming up.
Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net. Hey everybody, I'm Pat Matthews, Mr. Announcer here on the Poorman Show, and I'd like to let you know about my services. If you're in the need for voice work, whether it be for commercials, narrations, or even having your personal or business voicemail professionally done, I'm the guy. I promise quick turnaround and great rates. Check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/PatMatthewsProductions, and that's Matthews with 2 T's, or email me at patmatthews@cox.net. I'd love to work with you. Thanks for your time, and you have a great day. You know, the ocean isn't that far from the IE. Not when you're talking about Ocean Honda of San Juan Capistrano. It is well worth the drive. Great buys on all Honda models from the Fit to the Pilot. You'll get the best deals on wheels from Ocean Honda. And just to sweeten the deal, mention the Poor Man and get a free iPad mini when you sell your car to Ocean Honda. Make the drive down the 5 to Ocean Honda off the Camino Capistrano exit. We'll see you at Ocean Honda. And don't forget to mention the Poor Man.
If you guys are watching the Ustream, I'm actually broadcasting today's show from my fire escape here in New York in Soho. And you can actually, right now I'm showing you my bedroom, the computer, you can see that, the Mac, you can see the Blue Snowball mic courtesy of Matt Boyce, verbalhamradio.com. There's my bedroom. Then it's a one bedroom, and then there's a living room. And unfortunately, from where I'm at, you can't see the World Trade Center, but you can from other apartments, like my neighbor upstairs, who I was very blasted with over the weekend. We might get into that if we have time. But in the meantime, I will give you a shot of the streets, people walking. It's obviously nighttime in New York. In California, where we're going to, it's 4 in the afternoon. Here it's 7:20. The Mets are playing tonight. I've become a Mets fan. I hope that they win the World Series. I'm sorry. I know that's sacrilegious. I'm glad they beat the Dodgers, but I'm an Angels fan, so it's all right. This is the intersection of West Broadway and Prince, if you're watching on Ustream. This is definitely the city that never sleeps. I mean, you can go 24 hours a day and get food. The other great thing is everybody takes a subway so that nobody's getting a DUI. The bars stay open until 4 a.m. It's remarkable. Everything's just totally within walking distance. I don't know how much longer I'll be here, but anyway, back to our guest, America 2.0, who is Mark. And Mark, okay, tell me, you're predicting a meteor's gonna fly by the Earth on Halloween?
No, it's no prediction. It's actually NASA's watching this one. It's TB-145. It's going to come within about 1.3 lunar cycles. I guess that's a measurement between the Earth and the Moon. And this will be about 1.3 of those. And this is actually going to happen. You can get out your telescopes if you're in the northern hemisphere, supposedly about 4 a.m.
And then what about, okay, now another thing you're saying is that Nestle, the guys that make the Nestle's Crunch and the cocoa and all these Nestle food products, you're saying they caused the drought in California?
Well, what I know is that the Story for Life project did something on one of their brands. You have to look into my video to find out all the info on that. But basically what they found out during their research is that they're licensed through the San Bernardino Forest, through the U.S. Forest Service, to drain water for their water brand, has been revoked for about 27 years. They have not had a license in the United States or in California for 27 years to draw water from the ground.
And you think they're secretly drawing it from the ground? Is that what you're saying, to provide their bottled water?
We know from the pictures on my video, and I know I'm just dropping bombs like crazy, but that basically the San Bernardino
Okay, you're cutting out. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, you just cut out for a sec. Say that again.
All right. We know that Nestle has a large and personal relationship with basically the current staff of the San Bernardino Forest, and somehow or another they got rights to basically drain it dry. Now, where they're keeping that water, I have absolutely no idea. The only thing I can even think of that can comprehend is that they had a huge oil field underground or something that they emptied out, and they're storing the water in that. Otherwise, I have no idea where it's being stored.
So you're saying the Nestle company is illegally storing and using water for their bottled water, and they're getting support from the San Bernardino County itself through their Forest Service. Like there's a collusion or a conspiracy between San Bernardino County and the Nestle company.
Well, I'm not sure whose authority it's under, but that sounds about right within a few hairs of who's who.
Well, why do you think that nobody's busted them?
Well, here's the situation. They're too big to fail like all these other groups. And from what I understood, the Story of Stuff Project, which is an organization that goes through and finds all this information, was the first one that found out they haven't had the permit to actually drop the water in 27 years, and that's how they're taking them to court. So they have an actual legal case against Nestle for this, and that's how they're going to start putting them on record.
Well, that'll be interesting to follow. Okay, you also call Obama, our president. Tell us what your nickname for him is. Commander?
Oh, Commander-in-Chief? Yeah.
Commander-in-Thief. Go ahead, explain that.
Well, here's my situation. I've been watching politics probably since I've been little. And he's taken pretty much all of the good ideas that all these Marxist guys have had since probably the 1850s. And a little known fact that I don't think anybody really knows because of how bad our history is that Lincoln and Marx actually knew each other and they were pen pals. There's a shocker, I know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And basically, what I think Obama really is he was hired to be a fall guy for something. And he basically, like everybody else, he comes in and he wants one big thing done. That was his healthcare thing. That's what's going to give his family the hundreds of millions to retire and go away into Africa or wherever they end up. And that was his reasoning. And basically, now he has to play along with all these other schemes through the UN and various other places. And now he's finding out what kind of an absolute, what this game now is. And they might have been training him since he was little to, be a good little commie boy and everything. But I don't think he knew how bad it was. Just like every presidential candidate probably doesn't know how bad it's going to get until the moment, you sit down with the papers and you remember that moment when Bush came on TV after he got all the knowledge of the presidency and how he kind of stood there like, oh man, what should I say now? Well, that's kind of like what Obama's probably going, and he's probably counting the hours he has left to serve.
Do you think Obama is an American citizen?
I've wondered that myself a lot, and as much as I want to say yes, I believe he is, no, I don't.
So you think he's a Kenyan?
I do actually think he is a Kenyan because here's the thing. If you go on the internet and look at the Kenyan welcoming sign, it says the birthplace of Barack Obama. And I do not believe, and I have not heard that being doctored in any way, shape, or form.
But his mom is American, so wouldn't that make him American?
Yeah, that's where the hair's split. That's when the people basically ride the crazy train away from it.
All right, well, there's a lot more I could talk to you about, but we're pretty much out of time. You got to come back on. See, that wasn't so hard, was it, to do your first radio interview? America 2.0 on YouTube? Mark? Huh? That was pretty easy, right?
Thank you for having me.
You did well, man. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you. Hopefully next time I have better topics.
Your topics were good, trust me.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you. Have a good one. Okay, that's, if you want to see his videos, America 2.0 on YouTube. That's two words, America and then 2.0. And we got Pac Millie coming up, a musician who gets no radio airplay, I'm guessing. He's got a new song with Lil Wayne that's had 1 million views on YouTube. So let's take another break, and then what we'll do is we'll be back, and Fred Plimley is standing on the line, one of the few guys that tried to get me to go back on the radio when I quit last Friday.
This may come as a surprise, but Beatles-orama is in its 15th year of keeping the Beatles alive for a new generation. If you spent any time in the 60s, or if you're smart enough to know it was the coolest era for music, you're going to love us. Just go to BeatlesOrama.com and the player should start right up. We're also available on TuneIn, iTunes, Windows Media, and more. Once you tune in, you'll be hooked. Plus, you can join our Facebook fan club and follow us on Twitter. Be sure to bookmark it. BeatlesOrama.com. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net. You know, the ocean isn't that far from the IE. Not when you're talking about Ocean Honda of San Juan Capistrano. It is well worth the drive. Great buys on all Honda models from the Fit to the Pilot. You'll get the best deals on wheels from Ocean Honda. And just to sweeten the deal, mention the Poorman and get a free iPad mini when you sell your car to Ocean Honda. Make the drive down the 5 to Ocean Honda off the Camino Capistrano exit. We'll see you at Ocean Honda. And don't forget to mention the Poorman.
The YouTube radio show with me, the poor man. I quit and unquit. Broadcasting today live from my fire escape in New York City. It's amazing the weather here. It's like 70 degrees here. 2 days ago it was 37 at night. And I know this because I went out running after drinking a bottle of wine with my neighbor upstairs. And I was even going to ask Di about that situation. It was very interesting, Di. Very interesting. That is Pac Millie on the line yet, our rapper guest?
No. Pat and I are still trying to find the song. Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Okay.
He's not on the line yet, but Fred is.
Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to ask both you guys about that. First, let's throw Fred on, and then I'm going to tell you my situation. My little problem. Fred, look what happened, man. You told me, before you go on, Friday when I quit the show, and I honestly felt that was it, and Fred can tell you, it was, you called up on your own and explain what happened. You just called me. You were one of the few guys who called. Fred?
Oh, this is great. Okay, no, he's here. He's here, Fred.
All right. Well, anyway, thanks to Fred Plimley for being cool and wanting me back on. He has no vested interest in the Poor Man Show. His show is Sunday night. When is it? 10 o'clock at night? Sunday? Is that it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I think it's every Sunday at 10 at night.
Joe, do you know when it is? Sunday night, 10 o'clock?
Yeah. Thank you. I got it right.
Yeah, he says 10. Yeah. Woohoo.
Hey, Di, so check this out. So my neighbor upstairs, this girl who I've known for a couple of years, we're good friends. Hopefully she's not hearing me screaming out my fire escape right now. All right, so we text all the time. We've hung out. We've gotten drunk on several occasions. I have never even kissed her. So, and believe me, I've wanted to do everything with her, but it just, for whatever reason, hasn't worked out. So she's moving at the end of this week. And she invited me up to her apartment, which I'd never been in, which is a floor above mine. And we drank 2, and we were on to a 3rd bottle of wine. And okay, so we started out in 2 bar chairs. She told me, she's 35, I think. And she said she went out with a younger guy who was 27 just to get laid. And she said it was really awful, horrible. And so she's telling me that story. And, okay, so meanwhile, we're drinking all this wine. All of a sudden, I'm laying on her bed. I'm like on her pillows. She's at the foot of the bed, and the conversation stops after 2 solid hours of nothing but nonstop conversation. She's telling me these intimate stories. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me, and it goes back and forth, and I'm just chuckling. And the next thing you know, I'm going to bed. I need to be up at 4:30 in the morning.
Are you serious? Nothing happened?
Nothing happened at all. Nothing.
But she was looking at you.
Yes.
And you were looking at her. And Fred, what do you think of that? Blown opportunity?
There's no Fred. Tell Fred he's got to call back on a better line.
He was just there. Yeah, use a better phone, Fred. Trevor's on the line.
Okay. Trevor, what do you think?
Well, let's get him there first. Okay.
Okay.
Here we are.
Trevor!
You lay there on the bed, and you have a girl, and you're laughing at her.
No, I'm not laughing at her. We're just looking at each other, and it's an awkward moment. But she's like probably...
What is so awkward?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm a loser.
Explain awkward to me.
She was 7 feet away at the foot of the bed. I was at the top of the bed. I would have... I went downstairs to get another bottle of wine because I brought up the first bottle. And when I came back up, I kind of gave her a hug, and I kind of felt a little bit of stiffness on her part. And then, but we drank the next bottle of wine, so we were both just plastered. And
you wanted to loosen her up.
No, she had already had 3 beers before I even got to her apartment. So then the wine was on top of her beers, and so there was it. Yeah, I mean, I would have had to somehow go across to the foot of the bed to try and kiss her, and
what was holding you back? What was holding you back?
Probably the fact I haven't gotten laid in 12 years. I have no mojo, no juju or whatever it's called.
I mean. You wouldn't be called rape, right? Would it be called rape?
I didn't do anything. What, sitting there by myself?
No, she was on the bed.
I know, but the thing is nothing happened, so there's nothing to report.
You're the one that didn't make it happen.
I agree.
Wait a minute.
She was on your bed. She was on your bed. You make it sound like she was in another country. She was at the foot of your bed.
She's laying on your bed, and you can't.
It's her bed, not mine.
Well, so what? It was a bed.
It's still there.
I know, and nothing. I just felt awkward.
I want to slap you around.
Well, yeah.
Look, even as fat
that's
as
the
I
only
am,
way he's going to get it, Trevor.
I can get something like that.
Well, you practice on hookers, don't you?
No. People in the bar that are like they're cheating on their husband.
Well, this girl. What about her telling me the story about the younger guy who didn't know? Like, she felt like she had to be his mom and show him what to do. She didn't go into great detail. But she said she wanted to have good sex, and it was awful.
And you didn't expand on that. It's like what is wrong with you? You just laugh.
No, I did expand. No, that was earlier. I did expand on that, but I can't tell you everything that.
Tell me. I want to know.
Well, okay. Her brother died that morning.
Okay.
Well, right after that happened, she gets a call with bad sex with this guy, and her brother had just died suddenly without any notice. So
okay, you got a free pass right now.
Listen to Trevor's like compassion for the whole. You're hilarious, man. I just said her brother died. You just gloss over it.
Gloss. You know what, dude? It's like you got to get it somehow.
No, I know. Back to me. You're right. Absolutely. But I just...
And the fact that she was...
back to you. It's always back to you, dude.
And Trevor...
It's always back to you.
Isn't the fact that she was talking about some other guy and sex with some other guy and how it didn't work out, wouldn't you take that, Trevor, as a clue to, hey...
I'll take that as a free pass.
Yep. Let's see what Fred thinks.
Guy agrees with me.
Fred, are you there, buddy?
Fred has the worst phone on the earth.
Yeah, Fred, get a new phone.
He lives in Malaysia or somewhere.
Yeah. Where's Pac Millie? Is he called in at all?
No, he hasn't called in. Got his song, though, loaded.
Hey, Poorman, you want to interview me?
Yeah, okay. Trevor, so
Interview me. Let's see if you can do it.
Oh, I can interview you. That'll be a rough one, but we'll do it right after we come back here. We'll interview Trevor and ask him how many drinks he's had today, among other topics.
You know, the ocean isn't that far from the IE. Not when you're talking about Ocean Honda of San Juan Capistrano. It is well worth the drive. Great buys on all Honda models from the Fit to the Pilot. You'll get the best deals on wheels from Ocean Honda. And just to sweeten the deal, mention the Poorman and get a free iPad mini when you sell your car to Ocean Honda. Make the drive down the 5 to Ocean Honda off the Camino Capistrano exit. We'll see you at Ocean Honda. And don't forget to mention the Poorman. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net. Hey everybody, I'm Pat Matthews, Mr. Announcer here on The Poor Man Show, and I'd like to let you know about my services. If you're in the need for voice work, whether it be for commercials, narrations, or even having your personal or business voicemail professionally done, I'm the guy. I promise quick turnaround and great rates. Check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/Pat Matthews Productions, and that's Matthews with 2 T's, or email me at patmatthews@cox.net. I'd love to work with you. Thanks for your time, and you have a great day.
I want to welcome our new sponsor, Ocean Honda, and thank you, Pat Matthews. He got this sponsor. He's bought a couple cars from them, and Ocean Honda is going to try to hook you up with great deals on new cars. And quite honestly, I'm going to be back in Southern California real soon. I can't keep renting cars. I hope maybe they can get me a good deal. So welcome, Ocean Honda. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. Trevor, do not steal that sponsor. And also Michael Brown, law offices of Michael W. Brown on Facebook. My one loyal sponsor who stays with me. You're the best. And Di and Trevor, before I interviewed Trevor, Di, as a woman, what is wrong? What is there any way that by the way, if you're watching on Ustream, that's the Empire State Building in the background that you're looking at in the night sky as I broadcast from the fire escape. The Empire State Building is always lit up with different colors every single night. And you can kind of see it. Actually, the building you're seeing isn't Empire State Building, but to the right of it, the small building, that is the Empire State Building. And it's always lit up different colors depending on what's going on. So what do I have to do, Di? How can I get beyond this drought of not having sex for like over a decade and not getting anything?
You got to just forget about it. Just do it and don't think about it.
But how do you make the move? I mean, what do you do? Do I just try and make a move and then she says either yes or no? Is that sort of the way you do it?
Well, you get closer to her and feel her out, not literally, but figuratively. Get closer and closer, and you just got to quit worrying about it. I think you're worrying too much. I think that like Trevor said that she was giving you a free pass and you passed on it.
Yeah.
And if Fred's there, maybe are you there this time, Fred?
Fred has the phone from hell.
Yeah, I'm giving up on Fred. Don't call back.
Right, Trevor though, he's got it going on. Okay, hey Trevor.
Look, hey, poor man. Look, this girl told me at the bar, like over at Bottoms Up, she says, "You feel good. I like you. You're like I'm squishy. I feel warm. I mean, I'm like a teddy bear, right? I mean, I just take it for what I can get, right? Just do it."
Okay, all right. Hey, Trevor, so how many...
You're sitting there with a girl in your bed and you can't even make a move?
In her bed.
It doesn't matter whose bed. She's in a bed.
Right. Okay, I agree. Listen.
Wait. Don't hang up on me yet.
No, I'm not. I'm interviewing you, remember?
I want to talk about my sponsor, Stacked BMX Bikes in Riverside. And
okay.
They're on Magnolia Avenue.
Very good.
Okay, well, you got that out of the way.
Okay, do you plug another sponsor if you want?
Interview me.
All right. How many drinks have you had today, honestly, since I told you the story about my most recent losing experience Sunday?
I don't have an answer of the drinks. I'll say I have a handle of vodka. And like Di even said, vodka sucks. She drinks rum, I think. But
yeah,
that's right.
But I don't really know the number of drinks because I just poured into a glass with like lemonade.
Have you drank the whole handle today?
No, I'm only halfway through.
And when did you start? What time?
Well, I had to get a smog check on the car about noon. So probably about. I was walking across the street at 12:30, probably with some vodka and some lemonade. But 12:30.
Did you drive the car? You actually are driving now? That's good. Are you really?
No, it wasn't my car. It was my mom's car. I had to get it for her.
Oh, but you drove her car to get the smog check,
no, she
right?
Did.
Oh, okay. So you still haven't driven it. How long has it been since you drove a car? Because
about a week or so.
Huh?
About a week.
Okay, so you're driving again, right?
Yeah, I have a car. I have everything.
But you're staying sober when you're driving, I hope.
I don't even drive. I don't like driving anymore. I just left it parked.
Okay.
I'm responsible. And I know when a woman's in my bed what to do. Or in her bed.
Hey, listen, Trevor, I got to cut the conversation short because Pac Millie is on the line, but your show is on Fridays at 3, and you can call in anytime. I'm going to unblock you on Facebook as long as you put me back as an admin on Poorman's Bikini Beach Bombshells.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, we got to talk before we do all this.
All right, we will.
We're going to talk.
Okay, Trevor. Take care, bud.
Hey, one thing. Let's go Mets.
Yeah, absolutely. I've loved the Mets, man. The Mets
comes on in 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, right after the show. Perfect timing. Okay, so we got Pac Millie on the line. Pac Millie, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, thanks for being on the show. And I don't know much about you, but what's so interesting is that you're a white rapper also, right?
Yeah, man. I'm a white rapper from South Mississippi. I live currently in Los Angeles right now.
Excellent. How's the career going? I mean, I know we're going to play your song. You did a tune with Lil Wayne, right?
Yeah, man, we're blessed. But I work with a lot of people in the industry. Like, I'm working with my main producer is Drum Lord. I work with Drum Lord, Lil Wayne, Scotty Boy. I work with a lot of them, man. So we're blessed. We're working on a mixtape right now, so it should be getting that done by the beginning of next year. We'll be putting it out or so.
And the main place people need to go to hear your tunes, is it SoundCloud?
We've got everything. It's SoundCloud at Pac Millie. It's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Pac Millie. But as far as sounds and stuff, I've got iTunes that's hooked up, so we're all over that, and then SoundCloud and YouTube, of course.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to play your song, and I want to ask you about what it's like being a white rapper and some other things. We're with Pac Millie. We're going to play his new song. It's called, what is it called? I forgot. Something bag. Duffel Bags. It's with Lil Wayne right after this.
This may come as a surprise, but Beatles-orama is in its 15th year of keeping the Beatles alive for a new generation. If you spent any time in the 60s, or if you're smart enough to know it was the coolest era for music, you're going to love us. Just go to BeatlesOrama.com and the player should start right up. We're also available on TuneIn, iTunes, Windows Media, and more. Once you tune in, you'll be hooked. Plus, you can join our Facebook fan club and follow us on Twitter. Be sure to bookmark it. BeatlesArama.com. You know, the ocean isn't that far from the IE. Not when you're talking about Ocean Honda of San Juan Capistrano. It is well worth the drive. Great buys on all Honda models from the Fit to the Pilot. You'll get the best deals on wheels from Ocean Honda. And just to sweeten the deal, mention the Poorman and get a free iPad mini when you sell your car to Ocean Honda. Make the drive down the 5 to Ocean Honda off the Camino Capistrano exit. We'll see you at Ocean Honda. And don't forget to mention the Poorman. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net.
And we're broadcasting from my fire escape in Soho in New York City, folks. What's really amazing, you can't really see, if you're on Ustream, this is one time you might want to be on Ustream. You can see more than my ugly face. You can see, Di, can you see the World Trade Center right there, the new World Trade Center? You can see the top of it through this building, I think, that's blocking it. Can you see the very top right there?
I'm not sure what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like yellow lights on one side and then white lights on the other.
It's on the right.
It is. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It's on the right. You can see like a single kind of spire going up, and there's a red blinking light on top. That's the New World Trade Center. That's the top of the 104-story building.
See, now we can't see the red light.
You can't see the red light blinking?
No.
Okay.
Can't see that.
And can you see the moon?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. All right. Pac Millie, isn't this cool? I'm broadcasting from my fire escape in Soho, huh?
Yeah, I heard that, man. I heard you were having some girl issues too, huh?
Yeah. Oh man, I should ask you. You're a rapper, man. You probably have no girl issues, right?
I mean, it hadn't been 10 years for me.
How long has it been for you since you got laid?
Oh, come on now.
You can tell me. I mean, we don't know each other. After this interview, only everybody listening will know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no pressure, right? No, I don't know. Not 10 years.
Has it been like this week?
No, it's actually been like a couple of weeks, like 3, 4 weeks, something like that.
So you got to be like Trevor, who was on before you, and just drink a handle of vodka every day. Then you can go to a bar and anybody will look good, even if it's a dude and he thinks it's a chick.
No, that's not how it goes at all.
You got to be careful these days, huh, man? With the whole Caitlyn Jenner situation, you just don't know. You might be groping down there and find a real surprise.
Yeah, or you get some kind of other surprise. I'm very careful about that shit.
Okay. Hey, so you're a white rapper. You got 1 million views or 1 million listens on this song we're about to play from SoundCloud, Pac Millie. What's it like being a white rapper?
I mean, what do you mean?
I mean, do you feel there's some discrimination? But because most rappers are black or Latino for the most part. There are not that many white rappers, I don't think, are there?
No, there's not that many, but I will say that I will say it's more prominent.
You know what? There's a motorcycle went by and it cut me out for a sec. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, no, you're good. No, I mean, as far as discrimination goes, no. I mean, because believe it or not, there's more white rappers popping up every day. It seems like, but no, man. I mean, everybody I work with is real cool, and I mean, in Mississippi where I'm from, like, I had just as many black friends as I did white friends, and never looked at it any different way. So no, I mean, I haven't felt any hatred yet, at least.
Okay, well, let's play this song. Tell us about this duffel bags that you did with Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we did that Dumpback song. It's Drum Lord, who I was telling you about earlier. He's doing the hook on there and produced it. And had Lil Wayne jump on it, and it ended up being pretty catchy. So, hopefully from here it'll just continue to do what it's been doing.
Has it gotten any radio play before, or are we the first?
Yeah, it's gotten some radio play.
Whereabouts? Anywhere in L.A.?
No, not in L.A. yet. We're still looking at it. It's been more towards the south and everything.
All right, well, let's give it a listen now. Go ahead and give us the name of your tune, and we'll play it.
All right.
Here it is, Duffel Bags.
Okay, first let me hop out my goddamn Bugatti. I don't whip it cause you niggas think that I'm Illuminati. Bitch, it's Christmas and I'm Santa Claus. Trying to see who know they brought my side bitch a Benz and my main a Maserati. Gucci, why you with this shit? Weezy, why you do this shit? Sometimes I be so high, bitch, I feel like I'm the moon and shit. See on my plate, you know I eat the shit for lunch. I'm like Harden with the Rockets, I'm like Curry in the clutch. Cool, all white, I should call it Donald Trump. I wish the bitch would try me, I got choppers in the trunk. And these niggas act like bitches, and these hoes don't get no fucks. Bitch, I'm like a shooting star, tell a nigga to test his luck. Weezy on this motherfucker, hit it like a train, but only one tone sounds but never be the same. But old ass niggas, I should call them niggas gang boys. Bitch, I feel like Usher Chris Brown with the flame, boy.
I count paper, call on the reverend, cause I can't save ya. Duffel bag the only monster under my bed. Duffel bag the only monster under my bed. And bitch, I don't count mileage, I count paper, call on the reverend, cause I can't save ya. Duffel bag the only monster under my bed. Duffel bag the only monster under my bed. Yeah, okay.
Wow, is that it? I thought it was longer.
Yeah, it was. What happened?
What happened, Di? Did it just stop?
No. It was 1:36. I think that was just what Pat gave us.
Really? A minute? Really? Oh, wow, because I thought it was like 3:35.
Yeah, that part that was about to go in was actually my part.
Oh, we didn't even hear your part?
No, that was Lil Wayne, and then Drum Lord came in. That was the next part.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's cool. They only got you a one that was a minute and 30?
Yep, that's what it said.
I think I apologize for that. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have you back on, and we're going to remedy that situation. If you want, come back on tomorrow, and we'll play the full song, okay?
I can do that.
Yeah, because we got to. I think the show's over in like less than a minute, so you can come back on tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. Around this same time.
Same time, but we'll get right to the full length of the song. So don't worry about it, man. We'll we have your back.
Oh no, it's not a problem. It doesn't bother me. I'm good.
Okay, so we'll talk to Pac Millie again tomorrow, and thanks everybody for joining me. Listen, you can hear the usual thing you hear in New York. The ambulance is going by. Let's see, there's a fire engine. How much time do we have, Di?
15 seconds.
Oh, perfect. This will end it. A nice siren. Listen to that.
That leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
Tanya Hansen, CNBC Radio. Yahoo says it has signed a search advertising deal with Google. The deal builds on a search partnership with Microsoft. Yahoo also reported revenue and profit that fell short of market estimates. Yahoo shares fell in after-hours trading. Growth at Chipotle Mexican Grill continues to cool. Sales were up 2.6%, but that was way down from the second quarter and the double-digit growth in the 5 quarters before that. The chain shares fell 6% in extended trading. Ferrari is pricing pricing its IPO at $52 a share. That price values the company at just shy of $10 million. The luxury car maker debuts on Wall Street tomorrow. Sony Pictures will pay $8 million to settle a hacking lawsuit with employees. It stems from last year's attack when hackers leaked thousands of emails and